relationships are all about ebbs and flows in tic-tac-toes, because when he goes, she goes, and then they go. It's one thing to be body heat to body heat with your significant other, it's another when everyone accidentally becomes a voyeur. While Momo, Ken, and Ida's reputation are put on the line, what really matters most is true love. That's not Ken! Welcome to another episode review of Dan Dan, episode 10. Kyatoru mutilation no kimi wa mitaka. Like every episode I review, after a big climactic event, this episode resets the mood, gives us some closure, and opens a whole can of handsome. While Momo has her bouts with her romantic rival in Ida, her koigataki, this episode sets the stage for Ken needing to become a man a lot faster. If only he had his full complement of double jingles. Will he become whole again? So let's jump right into it. It's been a hot minute since the episode starts off with the opening credits, but how does the episode opens up? By being dominated. Our two, with one new main supporting characters, are both back from being almost alien diddied and back fully clothed, but missing their uniforms. All the NPCs are flustered, including the dominatrix nurse, and the poor bald sensei gets abused in the back. At some point, Okuda hits us with some exposition and some advancement of the plot. Why would the Serpo Saiyans not go straight to the source of the power? That is the yokai spirits and the different kinds of cryptids. The answer, they absolutely can't, because they are not powerful enough, as they need the more vulnerable Ningans to pilfer the power and probe the booty hole to obtain the knowledge of how they can subdue and acquire the power that comes along with the horny. This is likely why the alien diddies are going after them that have these spiritual powers, but are that much more vulnerable. It's natural that such an alien traumatizing experience is compounded by an equally socially human traumatizing experience. While Momo is worried about the NPCs seeing more of her skin, Ida is even more worried about her carefully fabricated reputation of purity. You know what's best? Mean Girls. It's time to play the blame game, and no one else is better to blame than that sloop, Momo!
She told me to strip.
At this point, Momo is every feminist's wet dream, as she's strong-willed, powerful, and absolutely doesn't take crap from no one, including Okuda. Except Momo is at her most endearing when she's feminine. Momo finally gets Okuda to explain exactly how she found him cheating with some pink-haired bitch. However, knowing Ken, like how we all know Ken, he ain't no playa. That role is reserved for a future, more aesthetically, more masculine, more almost everything better than Ken. Okuda explains how Shiratori came out of nowhere to live out her father's nudie patootie tapes, even wrestling him onto the ground, and it became the wrong place at the wrong time situation. Then Momo gets physical. What were you really doing if it wasn't body heat to body heat action? That leads Okuda to tell Momo it's so he can become less beta. To get swole to compensate for his lack of double jingles is a swaggier move if Okuda got more powerful out of nowhere, surprising Momo, making her admire him just a little bit more than he has been. Momo eggs Okuda on even more. Why? And who are you trying to look cool for? One day, Okuda will have the double jingles to be called Takakura-kin, the man of Momo's dreams, and it might take an aesthetically more pleasing, more popular, more everything than Ken to get him to reach his full shonen potential. However, right now, he can only say things unconfidently, but cute, like little brother vibes.
I was just trying to look out for you.
Good thing Momo is still into Okuda. That's the cheat code, folks. When the girl already likes you, that in itself compensates for a lot. But Okuda still has room to grow to show his most confident self. As Momo teases Okuda to get him to show more of his true feelings, Momo gets really feminine as she speaks with her body language. Blush red in the face, a submissive yet very cute wandering look off to the side, with her finger scratching her head to convey to the inexperienced Okuda shonen to come. There's nothing like some golden balls to make one's wishes come true, while it takes Okoden a trillion years to get the balls to assert himself, like in the previous episode, and to read between the lines of what a lady submitting herself to you is really thinking. He waits too long before making the correct move that will satisfy Momo's needs. That is when Muko and Miko come to deliver comedic relief and to represent what the viewers really think. You, and you. Love triangle. Muko and Miko continue to speak for the viewers as to the truth of what happened between Ayase, Shiratori, and Okoden. Two girls, one guy, with only one single jingle to share. Ida is back to recoup her reputation using her underhanded, conniving, mean girl bitch ways. Even the NPCs are catching on to Momo's boop to the head incident. It's not until Shiratori shows she has a guilty conscience. While she could have played into her scapegoating ways, she realizes, unlike some other hot popular girls that most of us know, or maybe you're it, that she will take responsibility and confesses to all of her admirers that she spreaded the rumors about Momo spreading her legs. You sure? Ida realizes her wrongdoing and how she hurt her koigataki. She gets up, walks away in shame and self-reflection. When you are that attractive and popular, people just still give you the benefit of the doubt. Look at you. This right here is actually like the beginning of like the closure for Ida's character. From everything that we dislike about her character as this antagonist and rival towards Momo, this becomes the guilty conscious part of her character and the redeeming part of her arc. Shiratori reflects on her mistakes and how she just 69'd her own reputation. Like Momo, when it comes to psychological warfare with yourself, she gets violent by hating herself. Momo pops out of nowhere to see someone's projection of self-reflecting, punishing thoughts, and asks if she did the thing, where hot girls never take the blame. Ida is Momo's koigataki, so she mustn't let her one-up her, and lies that she blamed her for everything. But Momo ain't no slouch when it comes to social shenanigans, as she smells bullshit from miles away and already realizes that Shiratori is actually a decent person inside. From antagonists to perennial koigatakis to friends that are still rivals of love, as we get a solidification of friendship. And out of nowhere, the alien boxer reappears. Momo gets ready to pull out some more unseen hands, and Ida quickly transforms. But this alien is more than meets the eyes and all the white stuff. And then he collapses. Poor alien boxer turned overworked salaryman mantis shrimp turned back to just the cream of Diddy. Poor little Uchujin being used and abused, revealing his backstory of his little son, Chiquitita. Everyone is back at Ground Zero, aka the Ayase household, where lots of character develops. Ayase Baba, Momo, Ida, and Ken see the alien boxer wake up after taking care of it, after seeing the aftermath of what alien diddying can do to you. Ayase Baba is still more or less convinced that this thing is actually a Kappa and not an alien. As to Ken, this thing is definitely a Dover demon. But who cares? Momo and the others show this alien humanity by giving it curry and helping patch him back up for the first time in this alien boxer's life. This is the most alien humanity that this alien has ever humanitied, as no one has ever took the time to give it medical attention and feed him. So, in its alien loving return, this alien boxer / Kappa / Dover demon vows to never hurt them again while he sobs and gobbles up all the curry. It transitions us to more food, but violent edition, as everyone fights over the toro, the uni, and a plate full of nigiri. The alien boxer was broke and his son was in desperate need of medical attention as he suffers from some kind of illness where bodily waste exits his body along with his blood. Unfortunately, his wife died of the same disease. In order to come up with the funds to save his poor little chiquitita, he worked for the alien deities, the Serpo Saiyans. This touching backstory moved all of our hearts just as it moved Ken's, as he makes an offer no one can refuse, as he offers the poor alien boxer one of his golden single jingles to help save his son. There is a growing theme here in Dan and Dan, and it started like a couple episodes ago where Ayase, or Momo, brought up the idea of getting a part-time job, which is gonna continually come up more and more in the future, as everyone has to make ends meet some way somehow, and it's a way for the story to relate to just ordinary people, like acrobatic Silky spreading her legs just so the underworld can claim what came out of her spreading her legs due to probably some debt. What we have here is a struggling alien father who is forced to work like a mercenary, similar to acrobatic Silky, right? Who had to put himself in the position of working for the alien deities. I mean, look at the guy. He came back creamed, and this is all to save his poor little chiquitita. Due to Okuren's kind heart, Momo tries to explain the reality of the situation of how his golden single jingle can actually help him raise funds. That is when the Koi Gataki speaks up to help Ken get his other single jingle, and even teases Momo that a true partner supports their significant other. This alien boxer has tons of empathy, heart, compassion, and understanding of the human ways. It agrees with Momo that the golden single jingle isn't the proper thing to do, and that won't help him get a legitimate job that doesn't involve alien diddying. So the Dover Demon, Kappa alien boxer, Mantis Shrimp, succumbs to his guilty conscience that he has harmed these Ningans enough and has overstayed his welcome, and gets up to leave. But Ayase Baba gets prejudiced and tells the alien that his blood stinks. I mean, this is a very specific racial joke, but for aliens, in that they smell very, very specifically like something that it just ate. In this case, for the cryptid Dover Demon alien boxer, it smells like milk. And as it turns out, milk is its blood. It looks like Ayase Baba just solved this Kappa's issues from ever having to take the alien Diddy route again by offering it another farmer's cow to bring it back home to save little Chiquitita. As the cryptid alien boxer Kappa flies back home in his cool ass UFO, it thanks these humans and vows to forever be allies with them. This isn't the deep dark emotional end like it was for acrobatic Silky, but it was sufficient for a cute heartwarming end to save this alien from ever getting alien diddied again and to save its son. Isn't that cool, kids? Being a great father matters. Then, 3 teenagers beg Ayase Baba with Santa Dodoria's money to replace their uniforms, as somehow it just disappeared. The other 2 are not even related to Ayase Baba, but she agrees to help them financially. But Mago Musume, she chooses to haze her. In order for Ayase Baba to provide the necessary financial means for Momo, she must impersonate Abe Hiroshi. Momo turns on the stiff into Frankenstein deep voice Abe Hiroshi, and then the doorbell rings. She must answer the door with that impersonation still intact, with the bit going one step further into another man's face. It's the handsomely attractive, tall, cute, kind of funny, kind of smart, kind of more perfecter in every shape and way possible over Okuren. It's Injoji Jin X Koi Bito. It seems like Dan likes making these Koi Gatakis very attractive, legitimate threats to our 2 main characters as romantic partners. Otherwise, if we don't feel that threat as a viewer, does it really make the story that interesting if the characters are not likable in some way? And so clearly, Gigi is going to be a pretty popular character. There are some convenient ways that the Dan story don't make the characters like Ida and Gigi too perfect, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves right here. So we'll save that for the upcoming episodes, as this episode as a whole was really about gaining a new ally in the cryptid Dover demon alien boxer Kappa alien, and the exposition of expanding the Dan universe and understanding it in a different way, where to us so far it was just alien ditties. So now we know that not only is there alien ditties out there are essentially good aliens out there, like this alien boxer that has similar experiences and feels similar feelings to just humans. Considering the Kappa situation as a father, losing his wife, having a sick son, these are all pretty relatable things. And there's a fun, goofy, heartwarming element to this, which is kind of like the opposite feeling of what Acrobatic Silky provided for Ida's backstory and Acrobatic Silky's own backstory. And this episode really kind of wrapped up Ida's character development for the time being. He goes from antagonist to a love rival to basically they are friends now between Ida and Momo. It's basically a friendship. And as Injoji right here at the end of the episode gets introduced into the story to become part of this foursome, this continues the most prominent feeling or emotion that I think we are all feeling in Danadan, and that is jealousy. I think when we read or watch Danadan, we are heavily invested in this romantic relationship that is Ken and Momo. And so when you have other characters that attack the sanctity, the purity, the magicalness of what this relationship can be, these other characters, the more realistic they are and the more likable they become, that becomes a reality. That is actually a reality in all of our lives if you ever dated anyone before. So from Momo having to endure her side of the jealousy with that pink-haired bitch that finally found a conscience, while Okurun reaps the benefits of having multiple females fighting for his attention. This time, Ken will get his just due in the story, while Momo gets wooed and tempted with her own body heat to body heat action. Like Ida, who got introduced, which led to a significant backstory to help propel what kind of character she is and what she will bring to the story. Injoji Jin, or Gigi, which is a very funny name to have as a nickname for Japanese people, he will bring his side of attributes, like Ida, that includes the jealousy element to the story, and various important plot elements that will come up in the story. Everyone will have their own growth pains, and there's going to be multiple dynamics of relationships that it feels like everything is being juggled around right now between those different romantic dynamics and that jealousy. I'm not gonna lie, I've been reading the manga and I am officially a third way through in the manga, and I've been binge reading it. So by the time you guys see me next, I might already be all caught up. This episode was as good of an episode as it could be, following up a big climactic event that was the previous episode, with that huge payoff at the end with Ken and Momo hugging each other, basically naked, at least for Ken. That kind of helps overshadow the Ida and Ken almost kissing each other moment. So now we're about to witness the reverse of that, as Ken has to feel his jealousy and try to fight for Momo and keep her before the handsome, smart, funny guy takes her away. So this episode, it gave us alien exposition, a new, heartwarming, fun, goofy character in that alien boxer, Kappa, Dover demon, cryptid. Ida now officially, I will say officially, a lot of things happen in the story that's more implied, but she is basically friends with both Momo and Ken now, as she will be a recurring character that provides that rival of love, that koigataki for Momo, while Injoji acts as that for Ken. So at the very end, of course, Gigi being introduced is going to ruffle a lot of feathers for how the viewers think of the situation. Without going too deep into the character, he is a character that's going to have tons of things to like, but there are some things that they kind of knock him down with to not make him too perfect. But otherwise, the ship for Momo and Gigi, very easy to make. So as you can tell, I already have a lot to say. This episode is kind of a transition-like episode with some closure and now opening a whole new can of worms and a lot of Injoji and his character and his background all being revealed. So we'll get to that in the next episode and further episodes down the line, because I think this is going to be lasting quite a while for this arc. So yeah guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode, episode 10. I would love to know. And do me a favor guys, hit the like button for the Momo and Ken ship. And subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Check out my blog at otakusen.com, and I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you guys on the next video.